name is Alex Gordon, and Dr. Franklin was my neurosurgeon. I had a pituitary brain tumor. Went to one endocrinologist that couldn't get down to the actual bottom of it, and then we operated shortly after a month after finding out for sure I needed to by 2 different endocrinologists. But he was my first neurosurgeon I went to, so he talked to me. I went to probably I want to say 4 or 5 meetings. I feel like it was more than that, but we talked for hours, and I would ask questions, like the same question over again, just in a different way because I just didn't get it, and he would just keep explaining. He'd get his little plastic brain and show me like how he's gonna do it and go about it, and I was just like, all right, let's do it. What was the hardest part is that mine was next to a carotid artery, and it was behind my left optic nerve. So it was in a spot that was like really difficult. So he was like, I go through your nose. So he went back behind my nose and he broke like everything back here. And fortunately, it took 7 hours and took an hour and a half just to get back there. That's what I heard. And he got to get all of it, but he would call my parents out in the waiting room every hour, or his nurses would. He was busy, but every hour that he would call and be like, she's okay, she's okay. I woke up and I didn't feel any pain or nothing like that. My nose felt like it was just huge. And I didn't feel anything was broken like I thought I would. Because you think that, you broke the back of your nose and everything back here, but you don't feel anything at all. I think it was the best technique is to go that way instead of having to cut up in your head and get all the way in there and stuff like that. So there was whenever I met with everybody, they're like, you had surgery? I'm like, yep. After my surgery, exactly after I met a girl, or it's my aunt's best friend, she found out she has the same thing as me, exact same thing. And I told her, I was like, just be prepared to face, it's weird, it's it's brain surgery, you have to, it's a big decision because you don't know what's going to happen afterwards. It could turn out worse. For me, there's you could have something wrong with your spinal cord. You could have the leakage, all that stuff. And I told her, I was like, I think you should go to a doctor, like mine. Especially when he takes so much good care of me. He'd come see me every morning 5 a.m. and he'd call me and he was just like, hey, you're doing good. Came back 2 or 3 days later, He took really good care of me. I'm so glad that my endocrinologist recommended me to him, because without him and his staff, I'm not really sure how I could have gotten past that surgery.